I just made an incredible discovery. I'm going through my scrap pile and look at what I find. 20 pieces, 20 strips of my batiks that I cut last year. Remember, I'm always talking about how I cut my fat quarters, and I have charms, I have layer cakes, and I have strips. And these, 20 of them, measure 3.5 to 4 inches. That means I can cut 3 rectangles, 3.5 by 6.5 out of each length. Oh my gosh, that is such a time saver. That gives me 60 of my rectangles, and I only need 100 for what I'm making. Okay, this is a time saver. I'm telling you, you need to give this a try. It's a fantastic method for preparing your scraps for future use. I'm going to cut this entire width at 5 inches. Now, when you're doing a lot of layers and you're cutting with your rotary blade, whether it's the large one like this or the smaller one, you know how we often, when we cut, we kind of keep our wrist down so our hand is almost parallel with the table? Well, when you're cutting a lot of fabrics, you need to put a little bit of extra pressure, and all you have to do is lift your elbow up, and then your hand is coming down at more of an angle, and you'll be surprised how much easier it is to cut widths of fabric. So I am going to cut my 5 inches right here. And I'm not sure, whoops, I keep missing a spot, doggone it. See, I talk and then I don't get the job done. I forget to hold my blade down, and I get all kinds of things going on. All right, so at this point, I'm going to cross cut them into 5 inch. I have 12 layers, and I have 2 piles of layer cakes here, so that's 24 layer cakes. So that's half a layer cake bundle. And here, I was able to cut 4 out of 12 is 48, and there's 42 in a charm pack, so you have an entire charm pack plus a few. Now, what we're going to do is cut a 2.5 inch strip. I think I'm going to cut this at 3.5, and then if I need 2.5, I can just trim them down. But since I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to be doing here, isn't that the name of the game, right? You just kind of go into it and see what you get. Okay, so I'm going to go at 3.5. So I am good to cut and use some pressure. There we go. Now I have a lot to work with, and I have some options, and I really appreciate that.